Would you like a backstage pass to my studio here? I'm making sure I don't like fall over backwards, and that'd be really funny, but I'm not gonna do it. So normally here lately I've been standing kind of like that, but today, for the sake of what this video is about, I'm gonna put it like right there. Let's go with that, because that's ultimately the theme of this video. So, oh, wrong pocket. This is my phone, and I've got my YouTube app, and I want to read a couple comments. Hair loss, hurt feelings, and how I overcame them both. That was a very engaging video I did this week. Maxwell Smart says, quote, Nick, this is by far the best video you've made so far. It was great to be able to read the wise words on the wall behind you. I see them in you too, end quote. Major compliment. That means so much to me. It really does. This is not simply a cute little decal my wife picked out a couple years ago. This is something that is crucial to how I live and believe, and to our family's theme of what we've got going on here in the actual house we live in, apart from any YouTube channel. Remember, we're real human beings with real lives, and this is just something that I do as a hobby, making these videos. 6 months later, rosemary oil for hair loss. Here's what NSMJKL had to say. Quote, you have a typical determination which makes me feel that you're not afraid of hair loss. Hair loss fears you, friend, end quote. Thank you. Again, another major compliment that I'm very grateful for. And I'm going to have to be using that in the future too. The thing about like hair loss fears me. I don't fear hair loss. And it is true. And it goes back to the thing I've talked about before. And ultimately that's what the video was about with hair loss and that we're talking about, was that I no longer allow people to affect my emotions anymore. And when you can get that point, you can focus on other things instead of your vision being blocked by, ultimately, what do people really think about me as I'm going bald? If you can get that out of the way, man, you can see so much clearer. Now, let's talk about this decal. Max City sees these things in me. And by the way, a week ago, some people were asking, man, Nick, I like your hair videos, but what about you? Tell us more about you, the person. So, at a major risk, because typically videos about me don't do as well, but this one's still enough about hair loss, hopefully. But I'm going to take a risk in making this video by revealing something about me that I never have before on a personal level. Let's get there first. Let's earn our way there. What does this actually say? Love one another, work hard and have faith, be grateful, use your manners, be respectful, always do your best, tell the truth, give without expectation, forgive everyone, use kind words, say your prayers, look for opportunities to serve, and count your blessings. And just imagine a person who did the opposite of those things. That's a person I wouldn't want to be around. I want to be the person that does these things. So it's a major compliment for Max to say that he sees those things in me. Now we're getting personal. You're getting it layer by layer. I'm peeling the onion layers off. Say your prayers. Every day this is what I pray for. And I had to write it down because it's inside my head. But here's what I pray for. I pray for knowledge first. I want to be open-minded. I want to learn. Being open-minded is how you learn, is how you become a better person. It's very important to me to have knowledge. I pray for knowledge. Next, I pray for wisdom, because what good is that knowledge if I don't know how to use it? I made a video a couple months ago talking about the manly traits of a masculine man or something, and one of them was talking about being decisive. And I firmly believe it's definitely important to be decisive. How can you be decisive if you don't have the wisdom? How can you have the wisdom if you don't have the knowledge, right? Humility. It goes back again. And I get it. It can be confusing at times because my persona as a YouTuber is somewhat blending a character into an actual human being. But ultimately it goes back to if I'm living in humility, if I'm a humble person, then I can be the point where my pride's not in the way of me living my life to the point where people can't affect my emotions. No one in my life I give permission to affect my emotions. And that requires getting pride out of the way and instead becoming humble. And that's huge to me, who I am as a person. Next, faith. It's absolutely important to be able to see beyond what you can see now and what you've seen in your life so far. To think, you know what, there's a perspective ahead of me that I can't even see, that I can't even know about yet. There's stuff about my life that's going to happen I don't even know about what it is. And how can I just live in this moment when there's stuff I don't know? It takes faith to be able to do that. Compassion. And here's another layer. I am so imperfect of a person. I need compassion. Therefore, I must give compassion. We have to assume that every day we encounter someone, we may think, why did they do that? Why did they act that way? Why did they say that way? You know what? They're going through something, and we're all going through something at some point. It's important to have compassion on other people. Otherwise, it's so easy to get angry at them. And then you'll have a reason why you might have a grudge on your shoulder. And guess what? You need to forgive them. But if you're ready to forgive at all times, it makes that a whole lot easier. And it's easier to have compassion on other people because, again, we ourselves are always going through something at some point. And then lastly, creativity. I'm bad at math. I'm bad at science. By default, I'm good at communication. But to be a good communicator, it requires creativity. So you better believe I pray for creativity. Now, here's the twist ending. You want to know about me personally? You want to know about me beyond the YouTuber persona? Okay, well, here's something about me. Well, I can't say we all agree, but a lot of us agree. I'm helping people, not by showing them some kind of magical thing to make their hair grow back. That's not how I'm helping people. I'm helping people by having them rewire their thinking to realize that ultimately this thing that's been blocking their vision because of their hair loss, if they stop worrying about that and they're able to do that, they're able to see the world the way I see it without hair loss as some kind of thing holding me back. Now, I understand that anyone can get there. That's what I talk about all the time. Anyone can get there. But me, the individual, how did I get there? Well, a lot of life experience, but this whole thing about saying the prayers, I just want to be very explicit. And I may get thumbs down for this, and I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared to lose subscribers when I do this. Explicitly, though, it's not that I just believe in some generic cosmic force that I'm praying to. No, explicitly, get ready for this. I am a Christian. And I mean that in a very specific way. I mean, God's Son, Jesus, was a perfect man. As we are imperfect, we're redeemable. We can be forgiven. Even though we're imperfect, we can become like Christ by believing in him. Yeah, I'm one of those people, and that's what I believe. And that's what's made me who I am. If it weren't for my faith, I wouldn't be any of this, and I wouldn't be able to speak to you with such confidence. So if you want to know something about me you didn't know before, you want to know about my personal life, maybe you want to know why I don't use profanity. Ultimately, because I want to, as a YouTuber, be something beyond what most people are used to. I want to stand out in a good way. And ultimately, I'm telling you, my Christian faith is absolutely the fundamental being of who I am. Even though I don't talk about it, because this is a hair loss video, but because you want to know more about me. And this is always in the background. Now you know. All right. Okay, I'm bracing for the thumbs down. Everybody's going to hate me. Ah!